Even if you do not know where to shoot, you can start looking at those pictures and go around in the property and finding that ये block किसने कहाँ shoot किया था. If you have that, I think half the battle is won. So the next question is from Priya from Mumbai. She says, I'm an infant photographer. I usually shoot indoors or in studios. But the client has asked me to shoot outdoors this time. आज DSLR is a beast altogether. उसमें काफी सारे functions होते हैं. मुझे भी नहीं दिख रहा है कैमरा रोल रहा तुम्हारा. Abhi, what gets you to wake up every day from your bed?
My joint pain.
He's really gone through such hassles every day.
Oh my god, I had tears in my eyes. First paycheck I got was 40,000 at the age of 14 and a half.
साला शादी वाला फोटोग्राफर लग रहा हूँ मैं तुम्हें. I said यार I want to become a director. साला मेरा कोई पैसा तो नहीं काटेगा.
How does one become a photographer if he's using compositing?
How many times did love come in it?
Oh, love is the way of our life, man.
Listen, when did you pick up your camera for the first time?
At the age of 11.
An accident.
Can you imagine shooting Amitabh Bachchan for the first time and you get fired by him?
Oh my god, I think.
Just make this content viral.
It's a very tricky situation.
That journey began, I would say, magically.
So I said 12 दिन के अगर जो 8,000 रुपया मिल रहा है तो ठीक है. And he was like, no, I'm paying you per day 8,000 rupees. You have to innovate and shock yourselves every 3 years.
That's a cheers moment. Hello everybody, welcome to Level Up with Love. Yes, we're back again with the quest. So दोस्तों आप तो जानते हो right quest क्या है? Anybody new today? Like have you tuned in today for the first time? So let me tell you guys, quest is a part where I take your problems, you ask me questions, I answer it all. So yes, today we picked up a few questions from my Instagram DM and we're going to start. Are we ready? So let's start. आज हमारा पहला सवाल किससे? तुषार. So Tushar says, I'm a professor at SNED College. I love capturing buildings and monuments. Which camera lens would you recommend me to buy? So Tushar, thank you very much for reaching out. I really appreciate you reaching out and asking me this question. अगर आप मेरा podcast देखते आए हो, आपको पता होगा आज मैं दिल की बातें करता हूँ and I'm going to be really honest. If you really ask me, since you say DSLR, which camera? I'm going to say don't buy any camera. Don't buy any DSLR if you're just starting off. Today mobiles are brilliant. Today even a Samsung S24 is out of the world, or even an iPhone 15 Pro Max is out of the world. What I mean, I don't mean not to answer your question, but all I'm saying, I believe you really need to have the knowledge to use the DSLR. As DSLR is a beast altogether, उसमें काफी सारे functions होते हैं. If you feel you want to pursue it as a hobby, then please go for it. And you're going to probably play around with the camera settings. If you're like, नहीं मुझे pursue करना है photography and I want to make it like some kind of a passion and I want to like really play with it, please go for it. Now, which camera to buy? I am not going to be advocating a particular brand. And I think all the brands are similar. It's all on your budget. So there are a lot of starting cameras. But what's important, yes, you need a wide lens. The minute आपने बोला मुझे buildings and monuments shoot करना है, we started using something like a R6, R7. Again, with a kit lens, can be good enough. Something like a kit lens would probably be a 24-105. But if you really want to go more wider, architecture बोल रहे हो तो even a 16x35 would be brilliant. You want to go more wider. So lens में क्या होता है? आप जितना नीचे जाते हो as number, आप 16 से 24 से नीचे 16 जाते हो तो और wide. 14 जाते हो तो 14 is a fisheye lens. So it totally depends on the perspective, but ideally fisheye is not something that I would really recommend, because अगर आपके पास कम जगह है तो आप 14mm पे कर सकते हो, but ideally a 16-35 is your go-to lens. All the architect photographers use a 16-35. That's like brilliant. You can shoot at a 16, 20, 24, 30, 35. Does it all. So That should be your 16-35 should be a go-to lens for monuments because you really get the wideness there if it's a professional camera. आप camera Sony में देख लो, Fuji में देख लो, all are brilliant. I hope I've tried to answer it because we're not here to promote a particular brand. But I hope this helps you. Please do share your pictures with me. I'd love to see what kind of stuff you capture with your professional DSLR that you get soon. So with that, guys, let's go to the next question. So Rahul is from Calcutta. He says, I'm a wedding photographer. Sometimes I go blank while posing the couple on a photo shoot. How do I tackle this situation? So Rahul, firstly, thank you for reaching out. And I must say, you're not the first one. जब हम pressure में होते हैं, जब हम stress में होते हैं. So my true sense to you would be first where you really calm down and take control. All I mean is do not make your subject feel that. I don't want you to let the subject realize कि वो अच्छा मैं blank हो. So first be confident and I think make a rapport. So the real answer for this, pose कर रहा हूँ. I believe if your couple is comfortable with you, अगर आप एक wedding में हो, ensure that okay, you have met the couple before, you've hit a rapport, you know what they like, what they don't like. If you've done a proper meeting and a process to get to the wedding, then it might be a little more easier. Now, in case आपका rapport भी है but आप blank हो गए हो, so मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं बहुत references लिखे घूमता हूँ. मेरे फ़ोन में एक folder पड़ा है, सीधा couple pictures. Open it and see what looks good. Either make a mood board and get a printout. So today at Israni Photography, my team carries a mood board. So what we do is at a lot of weddings, if we know we are shooting a wedding at Taj Falaknama, Hyderabad, हम वहाँ के images निकाल देंगे. So बहुत सारी शादियाँ उस venue में हुई होगी. So it just becomes a reference bank. Even if you do not know where to shoot, you can start looking at those pictures and go around in the property and finding ये block किसने कहाँ shoot किया था. So it might even help you in location scouting. So yes, referencing and mood board is something very, very important. If you have that, I think half the battle is won. And next thing is, there are certain tricks that you want to play with a couple. I remember I had learned this from some other photographer back in the day at one of the capturing events. This was an idea given by some other photographer, okay? I am forgetting his name. But he said once you get the couple uptight, just tell them to go in a manner where you tell the guy that the girl is going to come to kiss you and आप दूर जा रहे हो और आप लड़की को बोलो और the guy is coming closer to the girl and the girl wants to go back. Tell them hold each other tight and जितना वो लड़का दूर जाएगा मतलब जितना वो लड़की पास जाएगी उतना लड़का दूर जाएगा और vice versa. So you want to just make fun and have candid moments. आज के तारीख में life is more about real stuff. People want to see just real chemistry. Figure out how the couple are. Get them to have fun. Let them just stand away and just pose. So there are multiple things at play, but I just feel references will help you a lot. Probably letting them loose, asking them, okay, guys, you be yourself. Again, depends on what the venue is. I've had times, I've had the boy sit in the bathtub, I've had the girl sit and do makeup while they're getting ready. Okay, so I mean, it's a real moment. So try to start creating stories and pictures. So go beyond posing. आज हमसे सोचते हैं मैं pose क्या कर रहा हूँ. Try to look out for stories. I hope that helps you. So guys, let's go to the next question. So the next question is from Priya from Mumbai. She says, I'm an infant photographer. I usually shoot indoors or in studios. But the client has asked me to shoot outdoors this time. What equipment will I need apart from the camera and lens? Hey Priya, thank you for reaching out. I totally understand the challenge. For a studio-based photographer to go out might seem challenging for the first time, but don't worry. So, of course, understanding infants usually a lot of people love in studios and I think that's the trend going on. But firstly, congratulations if your client is expecting you to move out. It's brilliant. You want to break the barriers of the studio wall, please go out. Now, if I was in your place, what I would keep in mind, while I don't shoot infants, but while I do a pre-wedding, when I go outdoor for my pre-wedding, I'll tell you my kit that come, you can Google it. 5-in-1 reflector. It acts in multiple ways. It can be like a black or a gold surface, and if you want to really, if the light is too harsh, you want to cut it, you can use that. If you open it up, and then there's a white schema kind of a feel that comes out of it. So use a 5-in-1 reflector because if the light is too harsh, you want to cut that light off. So assume this is the outdoor setting and the child is sitting on the grass. If the light, and being an infant, probably use that reflector. And he wouldn't be okay with harsh light. So you want to make the light soft. So you could use that reflector. Now usually people work around with a lot of small flashes. But I nowadays, back in the day, I would use a brown color Cyros head. Nowadays, I use a Godex 8600. So you have a Godex 8600 which comes in with a battery. Just plug it in and you're sorted. So usually, again, the timing is very important. outdoors in the morning and nice soft sunlight, then I don't need any other light. For me, natural light is more than enough. So you want to start using an artificial light to fill in and balance light. Now, assume in the evening I want to shoot towards sunset and I go onto a beach and there is a sun is in the backdrop and I want to shoot the water. What am I going to do? If its light is against, okay, I hope you get a setting. Sun is setting in the backdrop and there's a infant there who's playing in the water. That's when you need an artificial light. If the lights are too harsh, sometimes we also use ND filters in the daylight. So there's no end to start playing because see, you're working with the light. So it's again how the light reacts. But I think these are a basic few essentials, go-to things that you need beyond your light. And yes, probably take some water, make sure that you and your entire team are hydrated. So some other basic things outside the camera gear would be probably make sure that you guys are carrying a lot of water and everybody is hydrated while you're shooting outdoor. Beyond that, you also want to focus on having a small speaker there to make an ambience. So you have some outdoor setting and you want to just get the vibe right. Probably you want to even make the kid happy. So you have some small speaker playing some music. Might let the child relax for sure. So yeah, I think these are a few ideas. I hope these ideas work for you and you can go out and have a great shoot. So I hope you go out and have a great shoot, Priya, and do share the pictures with me. So the next question is from Sudha. She's saying, I've been a wedding photographer for the last 7 years, but I've been freelancing. Now I've got my first big wedding. So how do I approach it and what are things to keep in mind? Hey Sudha, congratulations. Been a freelancer for so many years and you're about to be doing a big fat wedding. So yeah, kudos, best of luck. Now let me help you understand the difference in being a photographer who's just capturing a wedding versus picking up an entire wedding. What are the major differences, okay? Now when you start becoming a studio, you are responsible for a lot of more things. What are those basic few things to keep in mind? You want to ensure your experience with the client is right. So the minute the client has hired you, so you could probably start off with ensuring the client experience is right. Now what do you want to do? You want to first, so you want to make sure that the client experience is right. Now where does the experience start from? So the minute somebody has reached out to you, how you communicate with the client is very important. Now you send them a quote, you discuss with them, negotiate with them and probably first lock the wedding. Now assume the client has locked the wedding and he knows he's given you the job. Okay, so I'm assuming right now you've got the job. So here on, you want to know from the client that, okay, what is your family that you want us to focus on? Every competition from a wedding vibe, you want to do a meeting with the client, understand their vibe, what is the expectation from a wedding photographer. Try to find out from them what is the kind of music they like, what is the kind of taste of fonts, colors, what is their likes. Because a wedding film or a wedding photography is something tailor-made. So if you start knowing the client, it might help you to give a better product to them. Now, other than that, you want to start probably focusing, okay, do you want to have bites in the movie or what is the kind of stuff you are expecting? You want to start understanding every function. Now understand the function and then design what will your team do. You want to pre-plan and be a little alert with the fact that, okay, I am having assume now it's a Sangeet function. What is the scale of the Sangeet? You want to ask your client the right questions so that you decide what is the team size shooting it. Please understand, Sudha, the client might not be sure कि उनको क्या चाहिए. So you have to now, from a photographer, become an educator to a client. You need to educate the client saying that, okay, please tell me your function. We understand every function and then design, okay, if there is a family performance, then I want to be shooting it with 3 cinematographers. Now, what will the 3 cinematographers do? One camera might be on the center on a tripod. Second one might be shooting tele, expressions of people, couple and all that. And one might be on the gimbal moving around. Or tomorrow, see how grand it is. You might want to put 4 cameras, 5 cameras also depending on the grandeur. Now beyond this, Sudha, also now I start understanding a client's vibe, okay? Now you're going to be the conduit who understands that, communicates it to your team. The team would have not met the client, right? So give a clear brief to the team you're hiring. Give a clear information to them that, you know what, this is what the client likes and dislikes. How you could do it, probably make notes. While you do the meeting with the client, make a complete notepad, okay, this is what they are and they are expecting and this is their wish. Please communicate this to your teams. What if the client has told you that, you know what, हमें खाना खाते हुए photo नहीं चाहिए, and your photographer goes and does exactly what the client has not liked. So the coordination between client expectation and your team knowing that is your role. Play that role, then further ensure you take care of making a good product in the post, and deliver to the client. So I hope these ideas might help you, Sudha, to really go out there and do a great job with your first wedding film. I really wish you best of luck. And also, Sudha, the minute this film is ready, if assume this wedding is happening now, I would love to tell you that we have recently launched Capturing Awards. Okay, you can probably send in your first wedding also into this. We've got some multiple categories for wedding photography. So Capturing Awards are happening very, very soon, guys. This is season 2. So the trophies you see here, probably, Sudha, guys, here could be in your hand. So if you're out there making a great film, and not only for Sudha, guys, we walk out with a trophy like this with your name written here. So Sudha and all those people who are watching me today, please make sure that you reach out to the Capturing Award team. Find out more. You can log on to capturingaward.com, go on to the official website and see the awards 2024. Self-nominate yourself, send in your work, and yeah, I would look forward to seeing the interesting entries coming in. We've got an international jury, we've got a lot of photographers, filmmakers from all over the world who are going to be judging your work. And yeah, it's going to be a fun night. In our next episode, we've got our guest coming in, that's Pritesh Rao. Pritesh Rao has been a Canon Maestro. How many years? 2, 4, 5, 10? No, for 25 years he's been a Canon Maestro. He's somebody who started off his journey with Mr. Girish Mistry while Shari Academy was there. And today, the kind of educator he is, I feel he's one of the best educators I come to know. So I've had a privilege of talking to Pritesh and getting to know. He's a mastermind and a genius. I think the Canon cameras are not just a camera for him, they are a toy. The way he plays with it is phenomenal. So he's going to tell us a lot about his journey of how he started making the big money back then when he started. So I'm going to see you in the next episode with Pritesh. Until then, keep capturing great images and stay tuned every Friday for your weekly dose of learning at Level Up with Love. So that's Luv Israni signing off. I will see you next week with a weekly dose of learning at Level Up with Love. See you.